New at 4, Madison police are investigating after a passenger hit a Metro bus driver yesterday morning. Two detectives were walking down West Main Street around 10:20 in the morning when someone approached them saying a bus driver needed help. The suspect boarded the back entrance of the bus and apparently refused to pay. He then hit the safety partition and got angry with the driver when the driver confronted him. The suspect punched the driver and was outside of the bus when detectives arrived. Officers arrested the suspect for battery to a public transit operator. Madison Metro bus records we received in April show a string of verbal and physical attacks on bus drivers since the start of the year. This is video from an incident back in February when a passenger physically assaulted the driver, causing the driver to crash the bus into a building on Milwaukee Street. Two people were hurt in the crash, including the driver.